Starring Tommy Rettig as Jeff Miller, Jan Clayton as his mother, Ellen, George Cleveland as Gramps, and, of course, Lassie.
Can I smell you?
I'll finish this sack.
I don't want to overwork you. Trouble.
Shoot, get on. Go on now. Shoot. Get over there. Go on.
Well, there goes your New England boiled dinner. Darn pesky animals. What Jim Teal wants them for is beyond me.
Just look at this. Almost all our cabbage ruined.
Cabbage, lettuce, broccoli, all trampled on. I'm going over and give Jim Teal a piece of my mind, that's all, and no charge.
Oh, can I come along?
You're not hog-tied, are you?
Hello, George. Jeff.
Hi.
I want to talk to you, Jim.
George, what are you so worked up about?
Them damn goats of yours, that's what.
Well, don't tell me they broke out again.
That's what I come over here to tell you. You ought to see my garden. All chewed up and trampled on. Now, I want to know what you're going to do about it. What are you going to do about it?
Now, simmer down, George. You'll live longer.
On what? If I depend on vegetables this year, I'd starve to death.
You got a perfect right to be mad, George, and I don't blame you a bit.
Working morning till night and... What'd you say?
I said you had a perfect right to be mad, and I don't blame you.
Oh, well, Jim, I just want to talk about your goats.
Yeah, I know. They're a pesky nuisance. Almost wish I'd never bought them. But they sure look like a good proposition. That hospital in Capital City pays me a nice price for the goat's milk. But I just didn't count on needing that special fence. It's ordered. It'll be here in a few days.
Well, what are you going to do about it, Jim? You can't let them run around loose that way.
No. Well, first off, I got enough seedlings to replant your truck garden, and I'll do that the first thing in the morning.
Oh, you don't have to do that, Jim.
Oh, I know I don't have to, but I want to. It'll make us both feel better. You see, I figured to use the herd to clear my north 40 while I was putting up the goat-proof fence in the pasture. But the way it's going, they'll cost me more than I'll make. That is until I get the new fence in.
Excuse me. Gramps?
Well, it sure looks like you got a bull with a tail, or a goat.
Gramps?
Don't interrupt you.
Please, Gramps, this is important.
What is it?
Could I talk to you for a minute in private?
Now? I'm busy.
Well, now, Gramps, please.
All right. Jim, Jeff's got a proposition for you. Business proposition.
Now, it's not going to cost me any money to listen, is it?
No, sir. Well, Lassie's a good work dog, and I've herded sheep before. So why don't you hire us to take care of your goats till you get the fence up?
Herding goats and herding sheep are two different things.
We can do it, Mr. Teal. I know we can.
It's a 24-hour job. That's nights, too.
Gramps said it was okay.
Oh, he did, huh? Well, I'll tell you what. I'll give you $2.50 a day. If the goats do any damage, you're responsible. And if that's okay with you, Ma, you can start right away. Now, how's that?
It's a deal.
Good.
All right, Jeff, let's get going.
So long, Mr. Teal.
So long.
Hi, Mom. Gramps.
Hi.
Hi, Mr. Miller, Mrs. Miller. Brought you a snack.
Oh, boy, food.
What was that I heard you telling Porky as we came up?
Hmm?
About what you were going to spend your money on.
I told him I was thinking of buying Woody's motor.
I thought we went all through that several weeks ago.
That's right, we did. But I still don't see any reason why I can't have it if I want to.
Seems to me you're getting a bit too big for your britches, aren't you, young fella?
Gramps, couldn't this be just between Mom and me?
As a matter of fact, it can't. I don't like the way you're playing me off against her. Now, you told your mom that I said all right. Well, what could she do? Say no?
Please, Dad, let me. In the first place, Jeff, Gramps says that the motor's just not worth what Woody's asking for it. He says it's no good.
But I've tried it out, and he hasn't.
Now, wait a minute until I finish. At least let me...
Please, Mom. Could I say something?
Of course, go ahead.
Well, I figure it this way. It's my money. I've earned it. And if I'm big enough to earn it, I'm big enough to spend it any way I want to. Isn't that right?
Well, I certainly see your point, Jeff, and I won't forbid you to buy the motor. You are getting old enough to make some of your own decisions, but I am your mother, and it's up to me to give you my advice. Now, if you don't want to take it always, well, that's up to you. I just hope you won't be sorry. Well, I brought some sandwiches and a piece of pie for each of you. There is one more thing. I did understand you to say that you want the money because you're earning it, didn't I?
That's right.
Well, from the sounds and looks of things around here, I'd say the money belonged to Lassie. Seems to me that you're letting her do all the work. Come on, Dad. Good night, boys.
Hi, Mr. Miller. Hi, Mr. Miller. Good night, Mom.
Supper time, boys.
Oh, hi, Mom. Miller.
Hi.
Well, how's it coming?
Okay, I guess. We managed to keep him pretty well bunched most of the day.
Maybe Jim will let you out of the deal.
Who said anything about wanting out?
That's the way you act.
We're just tired, that's all.
Well, I brought you some sandwiches and some soup. You eat that and you'll feel better.
Yeah, got dinner for Pokey and Lassie, too. You better call him.
You don't have to call Pokey. He's right here.
No.
Lassie, come here, girl. Come on. There's a goat in trouble.
She'll never do it that way. Look, there's a rope in the back of the truck there. Go and get it quick. I'll hold her here until you get back.
Thanks, Grant.
Never mind thanking. Go ahead. All right, give me the rope, quick. He's stronger than I am. And younger, too. Come over here and give me a pull.
There's got to be an easier way to do this job.
All right, here we go. Come on. Now, take him over to the herd before you take the rope off, will you?
Okay.